kala baɗo hen ko waɗi hen sabu Allah tan waɗi ɗum jiloten ko beele enen fuurankoɓe enen africain wonɓe ɗo ene ɓe ngala kayitaji Allah walla enen fof dañen kayitaji enen fof ɓoren sabu goto so ittama ɗo nawatama ko jaayi mawɗo wonande enen fof eyyi ɗum noon ko kala ko waɗa hen ko ɗum tan eyyi to ñaagui on tan ko avocat ji jogorɗiɗi on ko yo ndewido ɗum kadi so Allah jaaɓi nduwono ɗon keyso Allah wonde moƴƴo ma waɗi hen ndewi eyyi ɗum noon mi hokka konngol oɗo avocat oɗo kam oɗon gandi ɗum arino ɗo ñanden kadi koye communauté men woni gila gueɗo ɗeɗo gueɗe puɗɗi ene liggo hen ene walla en e uddidde keysuji e jaggade ɗe fof woni gonon o won juuɗinene caggi ɗum noon kanko so Allah jaaɓi o hokka konngol Can you use the mic?
It's not working. It's not working.
It's better than nothing.
No, it's not better. I mean, you know, this one's going to be nice in the camera.
So,
we don't want
good
that.
afternoon. Thank you for the opportunity to speak today. There's really just one message that I want to get across, hopefully, and that's that we have to keep fighting this.
We want to go. Idi fof mo welti e hokkede oɗo opportunité wawde haalde hande. Kadi ko yiɗi ko andinde en tan woni ɗum ɗo ko hari alay sago continue haɗede.
And this is actually something that Issa Sow, many of you guys know him, something that he told me about a week ago.
Ko wi wonko yiɗi haalde ɗo seeɗa ɗum ɗo ko neɗɗo goto e nangganoɓe ene wiye Issa Sow wonko haalanimo yontere ɓennude ɗo nde.
So this case, the case to end all Mauritanian deportations, it certainly has not been easy. We've had our share of success, but we've also had a lot of great losses.
O wi wonde ɗum ɗo ko haare pour yidde wallude murtanaɓe mbawde uddidde keysuji mumen kono a dartine déportation o wi won hen noon ko Allah waɗi hen newoy won hen kadi ko newaki ɗum noon yidde andinde wonde haare nde weeɓani.
So in May of last year, there were 9 Mauritanians in Moro County Jail, and they really knew that the only way that they had any chance of success was to work together as a team and to get community support.
Oui, mois de mai ɓennuɗo ɗo ene waɗi hen jeenayo nangganoɓe Moro County Jail kamɓe nangganoɓe toon ɓe kettini wonde wawna haɓe tan yaltude hen ko kamɓe fof ɓe liggodo hono neɗɗo goto ni beele aɓe kaɓe e gueɗe mabɓe e nder toon.
So thanks to many people that have worked day in and day out, this case now has a very broad base of support. I mean, frankly, as an attorney, the broadest base of support that I've seen.
We wonde noon case o kadi en gandu wonde ko manta neɗɗo fof ligginoɗo hen o wi joni noon case o Allah waɗi kam dañi kadi publicité mawɗo ha ɓuuri no wano nden ni.
So far we've had over 18 attorneys provide legal support at either no cost or pro bono or very low cost. I believe 90% of the attorneys that have helped the cases have provided pro bono support.
We joni aɓe jogui avocat sappo e jeeɗiɗi ganduɗa kañumen fof nani hen ene balla case o ɓen kadi liggorto ko taw joɓetake kañum fof nani hen ene balla.
The able attorneys, really the legal superstars, they jumped in at the very beginning, and we have Eugenio Amalo here today who's going to speak now to Rio Otero. They drove all the way from Toledo and Dayton to be here. And these guys have worked nights, weekends, looking for a legal path to success on these cases. We want to take non avocat group gorno we able ben kadi darima hen liggima hen no feewi o wi oɗo ene koye kanko représenté ono wijino molo kañum ne liggima hen no feewi ko ummi ko gila Toledo ko rewi Dayton o ari ha ɗo ene ko tawtorede ɗo ene on hokkamo konngol. And then there's also Don Sherman from Cincinnati who appeared kind of out of nowhere, out of thin air, and he's gone to Morrow County Jail 10 to 15 times, spent hours on end to meet with deportees, and also rallied some support from his church for the case. What's the last? Sherman. Sherman. E won waji gor ken ni wiye Don Sherman kañum ne kadi omo manta ɗum e darde muɗum sabu o yeehi Morrow County Jail ko kene wona laaɓi sappo e joyi pour wallude yimɓe ɓe won hen ɓe walli avocat woni ko wallude men e gueɗe kewɗe ha tengti noon kadi woni koye église ko membre église mabɓe kañum ne woni fuɗɗade wallude yimɓe ɓe kañum ɗe keysuɗi. So in terms of advocacy support, initially Undocu Black, America's Voice, Ohio Immigrant Alliance, began supporting the case, but we now have over a dozen organizations, including some major organizations like Amnesty International, UNHCR, Forward Us. The list goes on and on. Cleveland Jobs with Justice, who have provided extensive amount of support for this case.
Kadi ha tengdi kadi groupe gondi di limtinoji fof gila ECLU en Cleveland Job for Justice be do fof kanyum en naari hen kadi gorem fof mantu dum e ko walli hen ligol
law students, student organizations from Ohio State,
étudiants droit Ohio State University,
University of Dayton, University of Toledo,
University of Dayton, University of Toledo be do fof kanyum en dilli hen.
UPenn. They've taken time away from their schoolwork to work on these cases as well. The Mauritanian community has gotten support from politicians on a local, state, national, and even an international level.
I'm sorry, can you please say?
We've gotten support on a local, state, national, and international level.
Support local international organization. What organization did you just mention? Amnesty International.
So
go ahead.
Okay. So thanks to props to Undaki Black, they worked with Kamala Harris and Joyce Beatty on a congressional letter.
Manta kadi Undaki Black kadi ligodima e senator ɓe ganduɗa ko local ɗo e parti windugo.
Elizabeth Brown and Columbus City Council have offered unconditional support.
Elizabeth Brown on kadi arino ɗo ñanden on kadi walli no fewi.
Baramda Abid has supported this case from day one, and he is still supporting the case.
Kadi manta Baramda wul Abid kanyum ne won ko wallunoɓe ɗo ene
we have political allies abroad in Senegal as well. Lastly, we certainly can't forget the media outlets who have supported the movement. So there's Franklin Foer, who I really think of as one of the founders of this effort, and he's published 2 compelling pieces in the Atlantic.
Frank Ford, when he banned the piece Atlantic, nana wona joni lebbi tati be no o won kadi mo yidi mantude dum e gollal mudum sabu hay nyanden kadi wadi article goddo article aji ene balla case o rema andede e der leydi.
The Columbus Dispatch has put out 2 editorials and also 2 compelling articles about the Mauritanian deportations.
Columbus Dispatch kanyum wadi hen article aji didi ganduda mawdi e ko faare deportation aji di kadi aben do en hande ngari kadi wallude kadi case o.
Mark Cornett at the Cincinnati Enquirer has become deeply ingrained and invested, publishing many articles and also appearing on radio shows.
What was it?
Cincinnati Enquirer.
Cincinnati Enquirer ko kanyum ne ko journal goddo kanyum ne wadi hen article aji ha kewi bel dum fo kadi ne walla case o yarude yeso.
We've had 1 documentary released so far and another is in post-production.
E won documentaire goto mo jaltinno ko boyani kadi won documentaire goto kadi woni joni yaltude.
Lisa Reardon with NBC has written 2 articles about the deportations.
Sorry. What is
Lisa Reardon with NBC.
What was the name?
Lisa with NBC.
Lisa. O won debbo goto kadi we Lisa ligonto ko NBC kanyum ne yaltini article aji didi.
And she has gone out of her way to speak with deportees post-deportation.
Kanko hoore makko o yalti o yehi ha yaade haaldoyde yimɓe ɓe ganduɗa nawatanoɓe pour ƴewde gurdam mumen caggal nde deportade no wayi.
She's deeply dedicated and committed to finding out the truth about what happens here, what happens on those airplanes, and what happens to people.
O wi o waɗi feere fof beele omo andude ko heɓtotoɓe soɓe koori ko heɓtinoɓe e nder avion ko heɓtiɓe fof pour yaltinde ɗum hollude kadi leydi ndi wonde holko ɓe mbaɗa.
And then there's Nellie Payton of Thomson Reuters, who is
Nellie Payton kanyum ne o woni koye agence writer wonno woni ko Dakar kanko ne o waɗi hen article aji ɗi ganduɗa baddi fayida.
And she's met with deportees in West Africa.
O yehi ha Afrique de l'Ouest pour yiidirde e yimɓe ɓe ganduɗa nawtanoɓe.
get the truth. And these men, they risk their lives so that they can help others who are here in the U.S. today and are still fighting the deportation. So I'm talking about the media coverage, not really to make this a spectacle, but to let you guys know that the truth about what is happening in Mauritania, it's now known to everybody. And this community matters. There are many, many people in this country who are good people and care about you and want to do everything that they can to keep you here. So really going back to what Issa said, we just have to keep on fighting no matter how hard it gets. And so today I think David Leopold's going to talk, and I don't think I have to tell anybody who he is because I think everybody here knows. And he was the first person to recognize the unique nature of this community. And what's happening to the Mauritanians. So he's going to speak later on, but David's right now, but David's support and the support of his law firm, it's really, it's huge in taking this case to the next level.
David law firm Dr. Roser, Ligoro, the African Commission, Bureau Governor, Ohio, I went down on it already.
Assalamu alaikum. So I want to say thank you, first and foremost, to, I know Eugene already. Yes. Thank you for all the work you just listed. It shows you care. And so for me, I hope my friend here, Americ, did a little bit of introduction. The state of Ohio has a new African Immigrants Commission. And
Ohio Commission and the Bureau Governor new African Immigrant Commission.
And so when we started a year ago, it's just been a year, we had the opportunity to meet our friend here, Ahmed. And I know my sister, she's not here, but I've met her. And so we've had them come in and also talk to the commission. I know two of us at least should be here. Madam Vice Chair is here, and Commissioner Ibrahim so. And I guess for us, the struggle for us is making sure, as my sister just said, that we need to keep hope alive. The advocacy that is needed, part of it is already ongoing.
Advocacy in a sokla, take in a continue what sokla they did.
And the question we keep coming up with is, so what's still missing? The legal aspect, of course, is great. We must have the representation.
Legal aspect
But I think for us too, as Africans ourselves, is to make sure that the African voice is added to this. Because it's one thing for somebody else to advocate for you, and it's another for you to advocate for yourself, to speak for yourself. So this is painful. This is painful for all of us. And to the legal experts, Eugenia, all of you were saying, what else can we do to help? I know we mentioned
want to join a company and thank Ligue Jogi, Bureau Governor, Namdi, Holko, Chokli, Camp and Malan.
And any way we can help, we want to help. In this country, anytime you need change, you have to get change. It's about resistance, it's about persistence.
We want indeed a lady, Kalnji and Wailu Hune, Rum Namdi, or Darade, Habed Namdi, Alessa, Cabin and Bailandi in a one.
And so that's our message to you. Where we land. We want to listen, we want to hear, we want to see what else we can do to add our voices to this, to get that sort of attention that it needs, because it does need it. I mean, this is That's all I have to say now, because I've come to
So first of all, thank you for having us here. Most of the reason we came down from Cleveland, I want to introduce you to my colleagues who are going to be working with us. Our firm, Omer Byrne, we've got 15 lawyers that are going to be taking cases pro bono to help you. And I want you to know, I wanted to start off, and I forgot, by saying Assalamu alaikum. Where I come from, we say Shalom Aleichem, which is Hebrew, and it just goes to show we are brothers and sisters. We are very close. Okay.
We do assalamu alaikum. We come to Jado Bimber for Shalom alaikum. Donc Hebrew, donc Holirtan one day can Bandirabi can courage. Sadi Hebrew and fucking guru.
And I also want to tell you that as bad as these times are, and I cannot remember any time ever in the history of the country where the government has come down so hard, particularly on people of color and minorities.
We teski makku o meda teski hade wonde tawuji gouvernement ɓurɗi hisde e honno gouvernement hande woni ko meda yiide gouvernement ene tellini hoore mum ha yaɓɓi yimɓe ko joni o meɗi yiide ɗum.
And it's important that all of you understand that you are not alone. The majority of the country, even though you may not feel it, the majority of the United States is with you.
Omi yiɗi andude ɗon kadi horo cikke ko onon tan gone koye moɗon kono feccere leydi ndi ene waɗa on supporté feccere leydi ndi nan caggal moɗon.
I know one of the questions that Phoebe asked was what else can we do in addition to the lawyers?
O wi o murto e namdal banimen debbo namdi joni o wi ko caggal ko avocat ji mbaɗata ko holko enen koye men mbawɗen wadde.
Well, those of you who happen to be U.S. citizens, number one, vote. Yep. Number one, vote.
Ko adi fof jogiiɓe citizen wonɓe nation wonɓe joom nationalité en ko mbawi wadde ko vodde, très important.
And those of you who are permanent residents, become citizens so you can vote.
We onon jogiiɓe green card uji gonte yimɓe citizen en nder mon mbawa vodde.
And we have a new governor coming in, Mike DeWine.
We won gouverneur kesso poɗɗo arde wiye Mark DeWine.
The good news about Mike DeWine, and I can say this from personal experience, when he was in the United States Senate, he was very, very good on immigration. He was a champion on immigration when he was a U.S. senator.
We wodi mo wiide Mark DeWine ko neɗɗo moƴƴo nde wonno sénateur nden omo jogino omo hisno walla omo jogino peeje moƴƴe ko fate immigration.
So this community needs to reach out directly to our new governor. He has the president's ear. You must tell the president that this injustice has to stop, and it has to stop now.
We want the community odo, sorry, community meɗen ene foti arde marde moy ballade makko parce que Trump ene nananamo halnamo wiyamo wonde dum do mojjani ko foti ko dartade kadi joni.
Okay, so now let me get a little bit to substance in what we're going to do.
O wi joni mo fayi ko holko foti wadede holko paden wadde.
So myself, my partner, my colleague Joshua Klarfeld, an attorney in Ulmer.
Joshua Ulmer.
Katie Bartolomucci, my colleague.
Katie.
Ali Terrell, attorneys in Ulmer. And 11 more of our colleagues at Ulmer & Byrne are going to offer our time pro bono to help the community with motions to reopen. I must say that we were inspired by the wonderful work that has been done by Eugenio, by Julie, and by others, and we want to be a part of that, and we want to help.
Julie and Eugenio for the case.
So we'll be working closely with Amadou, with Ahmed, with Ulay, in terms of having cases sent to all of the attorneys. Obviously, you folks are the ones who make the final choices. You're all very bright, or you wouldn't be sitting here in this country. You make the decisions. We can advise you in terms of some of the best courses, all of us, all the attorneys.
Oui, bah, le good community, Ahmed, Houlay et Hamid, pour c'est-à-dire que tafsir, si vous voulez bien, Ahmed pour c'est-à-dire tout des cas pour adresser ma bé caméra, avocat du fouf, ma badin golle moen, que du goré mu fouf, ma jodde jummen pour wadde halen dum hol ko fari wadde.
So the hope is that we can set up an organized procedure continuing with what you already have, what's already been established, so that people who are facing ICE call-ins, either long into the future or immediately, can get appropriate advice and action so that they can protect themselves and their families. That's what everybody up here is interested in doing, and that's also why we are joining in the fight.
Oui, son lié membre de sur place procédure mon ganda vraiment ko procédure avec approprié taw yimbe be ndaw hen surtout non ya hobe en ciñine be wala jogi rendez-vous jokkondire mabbe be dokka dum les conseils nécessaires ni ganda hormani bawo hutra dum ha bawo protéger ko men protéger famille mo.
I'm going to say one more thing, and then I'm going to turn it over to my partner, Josh. One practical thing that I want to make sure everybody takes home with them today, particularly if you are under a final order of removal.
Final order when you final order.
You are protected by the United States Constitution.
C'est-à-dire Constitution États-Unis and what ma protège.
I don't care if you don't have documents. I don't care if a judge has ordered you deported. Whatever your circumstances, however you arrived in this country, you are protected by the Constitution, and don't let anybody, particularly somebody on TV, tell you you're not.
We won't go yidi andinde do yimbe be sadi ko goto fof baado wonde do ko ngona américain ba sawne américain ada wada constitution américaine wat ma protéger en wat ma protéger o wi o wonda ko holno natirda do sa jogi kayitaji sala kayitaji ka ada jogi ar wada do protéger o wi hay goto mon horo daccu journaliste wat neddo media wi ma wonde a wana protéger.
I didn't say Fox News, he did. Okay, so one thing that I want to make sure, and along these lines, the Constitution doesn't protect you any more than when you are in the sanctity of your home. Your home.
So if you are in your home,
If you're in your home, you are protected by the Constitution.
If you are in your home.
Yes. Or anywhere, but no more than in your home. Especially in your home.
C'est-à-dire que yidi widi ko ala fu do mbaɗa wadde protégé ɗo wona nokkuma e leydi ma ɗo gonɗa e nokkuma e leydi ma ka protégé.
So if you hear a knock on the door at 4 in the morning or 6 in the morning, knock knock, it's the police, open up, it's ICE. You don't have to open your door.
O wi saɗa woni nokkuma so tawi police ari uddi walla fuggi
unless they have a judicial warrant to come in the house and to arrest. They have to have a warrant.
So tawi jomumen gari fuggi ala haqqi uddidde so wona noon so tawi aɓe jogii kayit yamirore wonde yoɓe jagge walla yoɓe dartine.
And you are entitled to see the warrant. And ICE will typically show up with an order of removal, which is not a warrant, and does not permit ICE to come into your home and to arrest people.
C'est-à-dire que soɓe ngari ɓe pori ko addude kayit ummade juge wonde ko yoɓe jagge kono ICE so ari heewi addude ko kayit ñawore mo juge salalima o ɗon kayit tan yonani pour ɓe jagguma ɓe pori addude ko ordre mo ganduɗa hoorema umi ko juge yoɓe jagge.
So make sure you have the right. They can pass the warrant under the door.
aɗa wawi namdade ɓe mbiyaɓe aɗa yiide kayit moɓe gaddi o aɓe mbawi sornude ɗum less baafal ƴeewa hen.
You need to look at it to make sure it's signed by a judge, not an officer of ICE, by a judge.
C'est-à-dire que kayit o poɗɗa yiide hen ene winda hen ko juge kono wona officier ICE.
And in fact, I've told other clients, one good thing to do, and you can do this in your own language, on the back of your door, I have the right to see a warrant, post a copy of what a warrant looks like, and I sent an example to Amadou. And just remember, you have the right, you have rights in your own home. Obviously, if they have a warrant, that's good. They do have the right to enter. You have to abide by the law. But so do they. And that's what I was trying to tell you, that the government has the obligation to apply, to follow the law just like you do.
Oui, so tawi awawa jangude anglais walla français aɗa windude ɗemgal maɗa mboɗiɗi kollon kam ordre mo gadduɗon o so tawi min binda ɗum koye kala ɗemgal pour andinde ɓe wonde ko aɗa andi haqqe maɗa kamɓe ɓe ngala haqqe nadde galle ma so ɓe ngala on kayit annene aɗa jogui haqqe namdade kayit moɓe jogui ɓe kolluma mbere ko kayit mo poɗɗa udditirde galle walla awtani.
Now I'm going to have to apologize because we have to leave early, and I apologize. We have to be back up in Cleveland in about an hour and a half. I'm going to give the microphone over to my colleague Josh, who's going to explain a couple of procedural things. And we will be in touch.
Assalamu alaikum. It is an honor to be standing with you today and to be working with your community leaders, with Amadou, Ahmed, and Ulay.
Owi ko teddu assalamu alaikum owi ko teddugal mabbe hande liggudade modon liggudade communauté o Amadou Hamidou e Ulay.
David gave a very good overview of why we're doing this.
David hanni on deja ko buri himmude ko be madara ko.
I just want to talk very briefly about the 3 steps that we would like you to take if you would like us to be able to help you. If you are here on an order of supervision and you have a call-in date with ICE, you are welcome to contact any of your community leaders. Let them know when your call-in date is, whether it's tomorrow or a year from now or anywhere in between. provide them with a copy, or tell them, start gathering a copy of all of your documents from your underlying action, or if you can't, let them know and we can help you with that.
Copy kala document bapat ajogade. Wala sidi ala kal nabe. Sadi modi ala.
Make sure they have good contact information for you.
Jom yenen jogi contact information. Sadi ko nande telephone wala address.
And they will help put you in touch with one of the lawyers who can hopefully help with your case, whether that's one of us or one of our colleagues or someone else up here or elsewhere. One of the things that we've done over the last several weeks is reached out to 2 of the law schools in Ohio. We've spoken to the clinics at Ohio State University and at Cleveland State University.
University of Ohio State, Cleveland University.
And they have agreed to help have some of their students help us with this effort as well. Our goal, once we get your information, is to try to help you with a motion to reopen and take it from there to hopefully help keep you in the country. Thank you very much for coming out today and listening to us, and we really look forward to working with each and every one of you. I'm really sorry that we have to run.
Legal Equality. I'm out of our Toledo office. I'm here with my coworker, Maria Otero. She's an attorney out of our Dayton office. Maria has a really important role in this entire situation. Every Wednesday, she goes to the Butler County Jail in Hamilton, Ohio.
Wednesday, you said?
Wednesday.
To prison, Butler County, going to Hamilton.
And she does a presentation to whoever signs up for her immigration presentation. So Maria is there on Wednesdays to answer any questions from the detainees there. The reason she's able to do that is because the City of Columbus has given us a special grant. And while we could only represent people who lived in Franklin County,
Franklin County,
anyone can come to the presentation. If you're from Columbus or Cincinnati or a suburb of Cincinnati, you can go to her presentations every Wednesday. So as Julie nicely mentioned, ABLE has been able to take on 6 cases involving Mauritanians. And as Julie alluded to, some days have been good days and some days have been bad days. You deserve to know the truth. Part of that truth is that, as Julie mentioned, we have worked very hard with our clients to present the best cases possible. We have filed emergency stays of removal. And motions to reopen before the Board of Immigration Appeals. 6 cases total. 3 of those cases were granted. The emergency stays were granted. 2 of the motions to reopen remain pending. 3 of our cases, the individuals are still in the United States. Unfortunately, 3 are no longer in the United States. For the cases that are no longer in the United States, we are continuing to represent them. So each individual case was filed separately. What I want to do next is to give everyone here who's subject to a final order of removal some homework. Hopefully you came to today's session because you want to know what you can do now before it's too late. You need to start assembling documents for your lawyer. As many of these documents on this list as possible. Do you have a Mauritanian birth certificate? Do you have any other Mauritanian identity documents? Do you have a copy of your asylum application that you filed? Do you have a copy of the deportation order from the immigration judge? Do you have a copy of maybe your laissez-passer document? Do you have any photographs of you participating in any sort of political activity? So there's about 20 documents on this list. You should try to collect as many documents as possible. If you can't collect some of the documents, that's okay. Here's what I tell clients. Every document is a piece of evidence. And every evidence is a brick. And it's my job as your lawyer to build a very strong wall. And I recognize the irony. But we want to build a strong wall for your case. The more bricks you give me, the stronger the wall. If you don't have access to 5 documents, that's okay. It's still a wall, it just won't be as strong. So we're going to have this checklist available for everyone. You should also contact your previous lawyer to obtain your previous immigration file. And that's listed on this checklist as well. I also encourage you to ask the U.S. government for your alien file. It's just a 1-page form. We have copies for everyone. You don't need to send any money to the government. You just need to sign something that if it's above $25, you're going to they could bill you for the cost. I've never had a situation where the government asked for money. They're either going to mail you a few hundred pages, or they're going to mail you a CD. I encourage you to ask the government for your alien file, your immigration file. 2 more documents. Here's a list of lawyers that might be able to help you in your immigration case. And we brought a few preparing your family for immigration enforcement books.
Okay, prepari ke livro goto ko mo ganda ma famille ma way hutura dum so tawi awone jude immigration.
As David mentioned, you have rights regardless of your immigration status in the United States.
David wini ko adjogi hakki tawona hakki o fawake nationality ma wala religion ma wala ko bada wonde fu adjogi hakki.
So it has information about your rights if you're stopped by the police while driving. If they come to your workplace. If they come to your home. So we have information here. If we run out of copies, they're also available on our website, which is able, A-B-L-E, L-A-W, .org. It's available in 6 languages: English, Spanish, Arabic, Mandarin, Somali, and
Swahili. No French.
No French. Okay. Sorry. So we look forward to continuing our representation and speaking with anyone who has questions later on today.
Unlimited question? Okay, so what we get the number one number get the number joy. Number dan bisa nggak ini kan continue.
Okay.